Welcome to another Coaster Kev video from Djurs Sommerland. Despite it being a rainy and cold day, this was my favorite park in Denmark. Let me tell you why I think it's the best in Denmark. And if you like this video, please give me a like and feel free to comment and let me know how it's going. The first thing you see when you get into Djurs Sommerland is Piraten, but also DrageKongen. This intimate and suspended roller coaster was a lot of fun. It pulled some good G's, but it wasn't too forceful, but it was also a very cold and windy day. I love its sprawling layout and amazing theming. It was really cool going into this temple themed station, seeing it just twist and turn throughout the layout. It was really fun and a really good family ride. The dramatic scene and launch out of the station was a really cool surprise, and it was just so moody in there with the cool lighting. It was a really cool experience. If the amazing theming of DrageKongen wasn't really cool, their log flume was also amazingly themed with this amazing mountain just sculpted into the landscape, looking like it was just naturally there. It's not the most interesting log flume, but the way it just hugs the terrain and goes throughout the forest was really interesting and really beautiful to watch. A really interesting new area of the park was the Dinosaur Land. It was amazing theming, but the main attraction that we were here for was the roller coaster, specifically this mock power coaster. Having being my second mock power coaster of the trip after Tivoli Gardens, this was an interesting one to try, and it was also pretty forceful in the helixes, much more than the Galaxy coaster at Tivoli Gardens. Another cool roller coaster was Thors Hammer. This bobsled coaster by Gerstlauer was an amazing ride and such an interesting change from the typical Wild Mouse coaster. As with all these rides, the theming was amazing. You actually are so immersed getting into Thor's workshop, and then you get out to this ride and feel the mighty wrath of Thor. You get some really cool experiences almost dipping into the water, as well as just zooming throughout this like treetop forest area. Another fun ride that we were able to go on was Juvalen. Juvalen is a great intimate straddle coaster, and it was one of my favorites. It had a lot of force. Even though the rain was blinding us, it worked out really well, and we had a lot of fun. Another cool area was the Piraten Land, where they have Piraten, as well as the water coaster. I was able to go on the small little boat ride as well, which was an interesting log flume. But nothing too exciting, but something new to experience, so I definitely recommend checking that out. Once again, this park seems like you're at Disneyland or something, really with great theming. I know Europe has a lot of great theming, but this park really excels in it. Next, I was going to the water coaster. This was a typical water coaster for the most part, but it was a lot of fun. You don't get too wet, which was great. After that, I had my first try on Piraten. Piraten was a lot of fun. It's a really interesting, intimate megalite coaster that I had never experienced before. Looking at the layout, it looked like a mini i305, which I was really excited for. Unfortunately, the forces were not as intense as I had thought. It is definitely pretty small in height, being just over 100 feet or so. However, with these small little snappy turns and things like that, as well as the cool airtime hills, I thought I was going to get a lot more ejection. The actual big highlight of this ride was just getting the ERT with Coaster Crew and just being able to re-ride it, as well as pass the sword throughout the train, which made it a lot more interesting to enjoy. Hopefully on a hotter day, it might be a little bit more fun. Overall, the enthusiasm of all the employees here made riding these roller coasters so much more fun, as well as just the theming, the costumes the staff would wear, and a really big highlight was just doing this behind the stage tour of Piraten. Seeing the whole second train of the car, which we weren't seeing throughout the whole day, and just getting to see everything was a really cool treat. Being able to walk the infield as well, and even touch the track, and walk on the track, and climb on the track was unbelievable. It was really interesting to see, and it was a fun thing to even go into this tunnel that the train goes into and see how sandy it was in there. And it was just an odd experience overall, but a lot of fun. And I highly recommend going on one of these trips with coaster enthusiasts if you want to get these amazing tours. Seeing this jumbled piece of tracks just all throughout was really cool too. And it was just such an awe-inspiring moment to just be in the middle of it all. As I keep stressing, I just think this park is so beautiful. I want to come back here on a nice warm day and just enjoy everything that it has to offer. It was a really amazing park, and it was sad to go, but I had a great time. And with one last thought, I went on one of these slides and slipped when I was climbing all the way up and hurt my knee. You definitely want to be careful on these, but it's a lot of fun on that slide. This has been Coaster Kev, and I'm coasting out.